Okay, so I need amount and I need rate. As I read the problem, they talk about the fact that this ship A is moving towards the rock at a speed of 15 kilometers per hour. As I reminded you in the lamppost problem, it doesn't help to use velocities. You want to think of how fast is some dimension changing, because the problems are geometric. So dimension x is shortening by 15 kilometers per hour. So you should write on your paper dx dt is negative 15. You want more discussion on that? Cool. Dimension y, because ship B is going north, that dimension is lengthening. So dy dt is going to be 10 positive. So that means the amount here is dimension x and dimension y. There's one other rate that is discussed in the problem. Raise your hand if you can tell me. What other rate did you read about in the problem? Therefore, we need to write down that rate. Got to hurry a little bit. Let's go, Matt. Shoot. Josh. Yes. So this dimension, with a triangle, it's traditional to call this z. How many knew it? 2 points. So dz dt is what we're supposed to be finding. That rolls off the tongue nicely there. dz dt. Okay? So when I need an equation that involves the amounts, what's staring at you is the Pythagorean theorem. Oh yeah, come on. It's a good one, and no one ever forgets. Everyone remembers that one. X squared plus y squared equals z squared. There it is. Oh no. Look, got 2 minutes. Come on. Listen. So you have your equation. Now in the lamppost problem, I showed you how I did a fair amount of rearranging to get a simpler version. You're not going to make this simpler by taking the square root. That makes it more complicated. So just leave this one alone. We differentiate both sides of the equation with respect to time. So we're going to go d over dt and d over dt. I'm just hurrying because of the bell. These are all variables, so you have to use the rules. So it's 2 times x dx dt plus 2 times y dy dt is all equal to 2 times z dz dt. Questions to that? So we've done everything that the DREAD algorithm said we should do, acronym, sorry. We just need to find dz dt. So all you have to do is divide both sides by 2z. The only thing you're missing is z itself. But this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle because they said figure it all out at the moment when x is 4, y is 3, that's when z would be 5. So let's just plug it all in. It works.